Up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Blue with KNER. Y'all know. Thanks for supporting the show and tuning in to the topic today. I actually have another topic, but we still talking about the dating your financial range. This is what I had to say. I feel like if a woman came out and said, I was saying before we went on break, if a woman came out and said that there were not a lot of successful men to date, I feel like people would have been upset and really like clawed her, like, you know what I'm saying, girl, you tripping, blah, blah. There are a lot of successful men to date, just like there are a lot of successful women to date. And I always say this, you have to be very cautious sometimes of what you say. I'm sure Lil Duval, I said Laval. I done made this man a whole entire name. I am sure Duval knew he was going to get a cat scratched by the women. Yes. I wish we had a cat sound because, boy, you are not about to make it seem like these women is not out here doing their thing. I get so tired of people trying to like low rate women and stop the movement. This is like a real boss movement. I'm so happy to be a part of it. I'm happy to be in the movement of boss women. Like seriously, so many I can name that I'm proud of. Let's just go through the ones that I'm proud of. Vivica Fox. Wait, Nicki Minaj. Saweetie. Taraji P. Henson. My mama, okay? Me, Miss Blue, y'all. I be bossing around here. I got my Bossy Diva hair business. You know what I'm saying? I do that's the cat noise. I do a lot, you know? My grandma is a boss, okay? She doing her thing still. It's a lot of women that's out here like really being a boss, like and successful. It's again, I think it's how you measure success. And for me, it's crazy. I've seen rich people that's not necessarily, I don't look at like they successful, you know? And I say that because they might have got like, they might have came into a settlement or got 100,000 or more or whatever and was broke in like 3 weeks. So is that success? Because he had it then, but now he don't got it. Like, it depends on how you measure success. Like, I look at all, like the entire lifespan. I look at everything somebody is doing. I'm not pocket checking you, because that does not necessarily mean that you're successful just because you have money. You know what I'm saying? It's your money does not necessarily make you a boss. No, yeah, it don't. I'm sorry. I said that before. I mean, your mind frame to me makes you a boss. It could be a broke woman or a broke female, but they got that mind frame like, I'm gonna make 100,000 before the end of the year. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this job. I'm gonna work here. You a boss. You thinking like a boss. Now your money ain't matching up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe people would say you would need to have money to be a boss, but you're there. You're on the right track for real. Like. So if to anybody who is sitting up here out here thinking that you are not a boss because you ain't got the money, you're already thinking wrong. You're not thinking like a boss. Like I told somebody recently that I met, I don't mind being your friend. I don't mind looking out for you. I don't mind sending you things that I see, because I'm always keeping my ear to the street, so I be knowing what's going on. Excuse me, for the most part. But if you're not gonna get out there with me when I grind, then I cannot be your friend. I can't be your friend, because that's not, I only roll with bosses, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna have me doing all the work and you just sit back and not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Like, you in a city right now anyway, Houston is known for people grinding. Like, this is like a real hustle and bustle city. Like, we can't be friends if you're not on the same movement. Call me shallow, but we gotta be on some boss stuff, man. Like, especially if you're a woman trying to be in my circle, you know what I'm saying? You need to be on some boss stuff. So yeah, old boy is wrong. I don't think he's been accurate, but I do think that he was trying to get a little bit of clout. I think I've seen enough people saying crazy stuff that they probably don't even really believe, just to make a tabloid. What they say, all news is good news.
All news is good news.
Yeah, even if it's bad, it's good for some people.
Damn.
Yeah, so look, so that's that. So you can give your thoughts, tune in, let me know what you think about dating in your financial range. Like, is it shallow? Does it make sense? I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, and don't fake the funk, because I've sat there and talked with women that's the breadwinner and their husband, it doesn't make as much money, or men that take care of their wives and the wives have a small job and they don't make much money. So not everybody cares about dating in their financial range. That's just, that's just how I feel. But all right, Duval, I see you. This is what I am glad that he didn't do. I'm glad he didn't say black women. I think he would have got drugged indefinitely. I'm glad you just kept it as women, because if you had said black women, I think we would have tore your head off your shoulder like a rag doll, Duval.
He would have got one of these.
Yeah, he definitely would have got one of that. So you were safe with what you said. So I give you that much respect, because boy, I would have been like, hold on, who's his PR? Where he be hanging at? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so y'all hit me up and tell me about that. We're gonna go into the next topic though. Will Smith recently said that he is kind of regretting giving Willow and Jayden so much freedom. This topic is important because I feel like as a parent, I want to know, is it a such thing as giving your kids too much freedom to be themselves? I get it. I really get it. But was there a limit that they should have just said, hey, you got to remember, these kids were born into wealth. Okay. I mean, come on. You wake up one day. Look, this is so hilarious the way I was going to put it out. You wake up one day and don't even realize that your daddy, Will Smith. Okay. First off, let's start there. Then a couple of years in life, somebody telling you, hey, do you know your dad, Will Smith? You probably still don't know how powerful your dad is. And then finally you get it. It registers like, whoa, my dad is Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So it's kind of like, what do you do when you're born into wealth? Like, you really can't help that, right? You can't help that. So I can understand Will Smith and Jada wanted to have their kids have that freedom. They already had a stigma. They already was trying to find their own balance in life. You got parents that's like, Will Smith is a super mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if that's possible, but I just thought of the most creative thing I could say for a super powerful person. Super mogul. So, I mean, this is Will Smith, so it's just like, it's crazy. I think I appreciate him for wanting his kids to have some type of freedom. I do. I mean, as far as me growing up, I feel like there was a fine line to my freedom. Like, I was a very vocal kid. Like, I've always been this way. So my parents did let me know, like, hey, you taking it too far. So I could only go so far with my vocal, with me being vocal. So I get that. But I mean, I wasn't necessarily born into wealth. So it's kind of like, does that make a difference? I think so. Well, my parents did, but it's just, we did. I'm not gonna lie, but see what I saw my parents grind. Like, my parents was like in their, let me see, they late 20s, very early 30s, like 30, 31, when I saw them in their stage of trying to get there. But in their mid 30s, I want to say, nah, they were still young though. It was still like maybe 34, 33, 34. And I started seeing, like, we moved, huge house and all that good stuff. And I was just like, wow, this is different. Like, whoa, like, this is cool. I like this. I can get used to this, But there were still some boundaries. Me going back to Will Smith and Jada, I had already read years ago that they had two different parenting styles. I think they said that Jada was the more strict parent and Will was the more parent, like, hey, go with the flow. You can do whatever you want type of thing. I'm here if you want to talk. I think the only thing that shocked me was Jaden wearing skirts and dresses. And you be who you want to be, dare to be what you want to be, and you have your own message in the world, and it doesn't, my opinion doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but I think that was a shocker for me. Like, okay, wow, what's going on here? And I read something a couple of weeks ago that Will actually did not like that.
Really?
Will actually did not feel comfortable about that, but when he presented it to Jayden, Jaden told him how he felt, like, Dad, this is not about me necessarily wanting to be a woman or anything like that. He's saying it shouldn't be a gender line. Guys should be able to wear pink without being called,
But a full-on dress?
He wanted to let people know that why were we told that guys can't wear dresses? Why does that mean that I'm like that? He doesn't want to have to identify. He doesn't want a construct.
Right. He wants to, I guess, be his own individual in a sort.
That's what he says. If he wants to wear a dress and some boots, let him wear his dress and his boots without saying he's a certain type of way, because he knows who he is at the end of the day. That's what Jaden said, and Will didn't know how to take that. Like he let him do that because he was like, I have to respect my son at the end of the day. He's also what Jaden is. I don't know. 19,
Do you
20
think,
now.
You think Will ever get caught in a position to where he can't say how he feel because it won't be good to his career? Like if Will Smith was to come out and say, I don't like that, and just was vocal about it, what would happen to him?
I definitely think that he would be dragged through the mud, stumped, kicked, battered, and bruised. I'm just keeping it real because
battered and bruised.
They, we talk about this all the time, and even I have to tread cautiously because I feel like the LGBTQ community, they have been looked at and frowned upon for so many years and have been treated wrong. And then you have, the women the guys that have changed their gender, they've gotten killed. I think now that they have some type of power and they have that little bit of acceptance, that they are a lot more aggressive with it. So I think that you can't be Will Smith for sure and say that, because they will then identify him as someone that doesn't like the community, or don't support it, and that I've been a Will Smith fan since actually before he even did a show, when he was rapping with DJ Jazzy, and I was laughing at the songs they put out. Yes, I was like, who is this guy rapping about this? Like, I thought it was hilarious. And then when I saw him on the show, I was like, oh my gosh, the rap guy got a show. I'm watching every episode and I never miss one. But with all that being said, I feel like he couldn't come out and say that, because his brand, I've been a fan for years to where I know that he's never said he supported that or he doesn't. So he's in the middle, and I think he's doing the right thing by staying there. He's not telling you how he feels about it. You'll never see him talk about that. And he's right. Don't do it, Will.
Don't do it, Will.
Because people act like they want your opinion, and then you give it to them, and it doesn't go along with how they feel. So then now you're anti this, and you're this, and you don't like this. And that's not true. I might have been raised a different way, might not be cool. The way I was brought up, that doesn't mean I hate you.
Right, and people are allowed to be different, or supposed to be allowed to think different.
Absolutely. I mean, can you imagine a world where, matter of fact, I'm gonna just start with me and you because it's more realistic. Okay. I couldn't imagine me coming up in here and talking to you and you just agree with every single thing I say.
No. Like
every single thing.
Yeah.
Like even foods you don't eat, and you be like, yeah, I like that too. Yeah. I would be like, Tyrone.
Yeah. Like, there's something to this.
He said there's something to this.
That's going on over here.
Like I would just be like, wow, this was so boring. Like he just didn't give me no type of challenge or nothing,
Something to it.
Right. So it's okay to be different and think different, but I do think though it got a lot to do with how you say it too. Because I think some people have said some great stuff and they come out like so rude and so like a jerk that people are just like, nah, you just don't like them. You don't agree with that. So you're,
the presentation is bad.
The presence, and it's so important.
Right.
That's so important. So yeah, you guys, I definitely think that as far as like freedom with parents and stuff and kids, I feel like that there should be a sand in the line, that imaginary sand in the line, like, hey, you could be you, but now you're taking it too far. I think that's okay. And I hope he don't get that mad at himself and think that he's just like a failure of a parent, because I feel like he thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, and I don't know him, so I can't
Right.
really say too much of nothing. But I just hope them all the best of luck, and whatever work out. And
Absolutely.
I hope that they can live their life behind in private, the parts that they want, because some things obviously they don't want private because they do it in public. But the parts, yeah, I'll let that go.
Yeah, nah, that's true. It is. I think I would probably just be like one of the most boring people. Cause I think I would just like not tell so much. Like some stuff I do think that you should keep it a secret or keep it within your family. But I mean, to each is his own. But definitely, I think it's important for kids to have that some type of freedom, to be themselves. But there is a respect that should also be given. So yeah, most definitely. I hope you guys tune in, and if you want to talk to me later on and tell me how you feel about these topics, especially that Lil Duval, I'm gonna tag him when I get this clip. Cause come on, bro, too many successful women. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show on KNER. Y'all know what it is. Thanks for tuning in to the show as always.